Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be breaking down the MLB slate for Monday, April 17th. We've got a 9-game main slate for this Monday. Before we get started with the breakdown, I want to let you guys know, I did say this in my previous videos, but if you guys want to see how my lineups do that I give out, be sure to follow me on Twitter at the DFS_GOAT. I will be posting on Twitter how my lineups do every day. Even if I have one of the worst lineups or one of the best lineups on the slate, I'm still going to post how it does. And if you are interested in getting my lineups, then follow me on Twitter. That is how I give them out. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with today's breakdown. Alright, so looking at pitcher, for SP1s today, I definitely love paying up today. I really like Danny Salazar at just 10,300 going up against the Twins. The Twins are not a good hitting team. And I really like Salazar today. Pitching in that ballpark, that is a great ballpark for pitchers. Salazar has looked pretty solid this year. In his 2 games against Texas and the White Sox, he's put up 17 and 27 DraftKings points. He's had 20 total strikeouts over 2 games, so he's averaged 10 strikeouts this year. His ERA is a little bad, though, at 4.63. That is not that great, but I still like Salazar today. The Twins are not a good hitting team, and they do struggle against righties. A bunch of their good hitters are right-handed, so Salazar is going to be facing off against a bunch of righties, which is an advantage for him. I like him playing in that ballpark, like I already said. That is a great ballpark for pitchers. I definitely think paying up for Danny Salazar today is going to be something that I do. I really like this matchup. I don't think the Twins are going to be able to score a lot of runs, and Cleveland should easily be able to give Salazar some run support and get him that win, get him those 4 extra DraftKings points, which are always solid for your pitcher. So I love paying up for Danny Salazar today. He's probably going to be the pitcher that I target. But I also really like paying up for John Lackey as well. If you can get these two in cash games and you can find the value hitters, I wouldn't mind that at all. I definitely think these 2 pitchers are the best 2 on the slate. Lackey's getting a good matchup at home against the Brewers. The Brewers don't hit righties that well, and Lackey has been pretty solid this year. In his 2 games, he's put up 20 and 27 DraftKings points, and he's totaled 17 strikeouts in his 2 games, so he has shown off his strikeout upside. And this is a good matchup against the Brewers. They do strike out a lot. So I definitely like Lackey for tournaments. I think he has a ton of strikeout upside. And pitching at home, the Cubs should be able to get him some run support. So he should be able to get a win. So I also really like paying up for John Lackey today. If you can fit him and Salazar in, I definitely think that is a great combo. That is a lot of money spent, though, for pitcher, but if you can find the value hitters, I love playing up for Salazar and Lackey. I think both of them are very good plays. If I had to choose one, I think I would lean towards Salazar, but it's pretty much a coin flip. I like both of them. They're close to the same price, only a $100 difference. So I definitely think both of them are in play if you're looking to pay up at pitcher. For DraftKings, where you need SP2s, there are a couple SP2s I like. I really like Brandon McCarthy today, pitching at home against Arizona. Arizona, they don't hit righties nearly as well as they do lefties. McCarthy has looked pretty solid this year. In his 2 games out this year, he's put up 18 and 21 DraftKings points. So he has been pretty consistent. And this is a good matchup. Like I said, playing at home, I love this ballpark. The Dodgers ballpark is a pitcher-friendly park. I definitely think the Dodgers can give McCarthy some run support and get him that win that you like on DraftKings. So if you need an SP2, I like Brandon McCarthy today at just 7,900. You can definitely target him for DraftKings. Where you need an SP2, I definitely think he could fill in that spot. And yeah, those are pretty much all the pitchers that I really like today. Definitely like paying up at pitcher today and going with Salazar and Lackey. I think if you can fit both of them in your DraftKings lineup, that's a great combo. Both of them should do very well. But if you don't want to pay up for 2 pitchers, I love Brandon McCarthy at just 7,900. For tournaments, I also really like Robbie Ray going up against the Dodgers. Ray does have a ton of strikeout upside, but I don't know if I'm going to pay 9,800 for him in cash games. If I'm going to pay up or pay that price tag for a pitcher, I would much rather have Lackey or Salazar for just a little bit more. So I'm probably not going to be on Robbie Ray on DraftKings, but he does have really good strikeout upside, so he's worth a look in tournaments. But for cash games, I would much rather have Lackey or Salazar. And yeah, that's pretty much it for pitcher. Let's go and move on to catcher. All right, at catcher today, I definitely think you're going to be attacking the mid-range and the cheaper end. At the mid-range, I really like Willson Contreras going up against Chase Anderson. Anderson has looked solid this year, but he is not a good pitcher. Don't buy into that. And I really like Contreras playing at home in Wrigley Field. That is a hitter-friendly ballpark. Contreras hasn't been that solid this year, though. In his last 4 games, he's put up 3.50 and 2 DraftKings points. So he has been a little inconsistent, but I definitely like this matchup. Chase Anderson is not a good pitcher, so I definitely think you can target Willson Contreras today at just 3,600. I like his price tag. And then on the cheaper end, some guys I really like JT Realmuto at just 3,400 going against Ariel Miranda. Miranda is not a good pitcher, and Realmuto is going to be getting the platoon advantage going up against the lefty. Realmuto just seems too cheap at 3,400. He's been hitting the ball very well this year. He's batting 382, and he's been pretty consistent in his last 4 games. Put up 5, 2, 0, and 9 DraftKings points. So he has been producing. I definitely think you can target him today. He just seems way too cheap. And going up against Miranda is not a good pitcher. So if you're looking for a cheaper catcher on this slate, I like JT Realmuto at just 3,400. And also at that same price tag, I really like Stephen Vogt today. Going up against A.J. Griffin. A.J. Griffin struggles against lefties. He gives up a ton of home runs to lefties. So I really like Stephen Vogt today if you're looking for catcher value. I don't really like him playing in Oakland. That is a pitcher-friendly ballpark. But this matchup is just too good not to pass up on. So I definitely think you can target Stephen Vogt for catcher value. I love the matchup against A.J. Griffin. A.J. Griffin is not a good pitcher. He gives up a ton of home runs. So I definitely think you can target Stephen Vogt today. If you're looking to go cheap at catcher, he is a guy I really like. And yeah, those are some catchers I like today. Let's go and move on to first base. All right, at first base, I'm probably going to be paying up at first base today. I really like paying up for Freddie Freeman today at just 4,600, going up against Jared Weaver. Jared Weaver is a terrible pitcher. He is not good. He gives up a ton of home runs. And I really like Freddie Freeman today, getting the platoon advantage against Weaver. I definitely think Freeman has a chance to go deep and playing at home in the Braves' new ballpark. That is a hitter-friendly ballpark. And Freeman has just been killing it this year. He's batting 359. He's already had 3 home runs this year. And like I already said, I think he has a great chance to go deep against Weaver. Weaver is not a good pitcher. He gives up a ton of home runs. And Freeman has been really consistent. In his last 4 games, put up 5, 16, 12, and 5 DraftKings points. So he has been getting the job done. I think Freeman is a lock today for double-digit DraftKings points. If he gets less than that, I would be very surprised. So he's one of my favorite plays today at just 4,600. I think that price tag is way too cheap for the matchup. I love Freddie Freeman today. If you're looking to pay up for first base, he would be a guy I target. Also, if you're looking to pay up, I definitely like Wil Myers in that same game, going up against Jaime Garcia. Myers has also been hitting the ball very well this year. He's batting 375 with 3 home runs. And Myers is going to be playing in a hitter-friendly park, going from San Diego to Atlanta. I really like Wil Myers playing in this ballpark. And he has also been very consistent lately. In his last 4 games, put up 10, 18, 3, and 5 DraftKings points. So he has been getting the job done. So I definitely think you can target him today at just 4,400. Going up against Jaime Garcia. Garcia is not a good pitcher. He will struggle. So I definitely think you can pay up for Wil Myers today. I also like him if you're looking to pay up for first base. And there is one guy that I like towards the cheaper end, and that's Eric Thames going up against John Lackey. Thames has just been absolutely killing it this year. He's batting 382, and he's already had 5 home runs this year, which is towards the top of the league. In his last 4 games, put up 5, 23, 21, and 32 DraftKings points. So he has just been absolutely killing the ball. I don't really like this matchup against Lackey. Lackey is a pretty solid pitcher, but Thames will be getting the platoon advantage, going up against the righty, and playing in Wrigley Field. That is a hitter-friendly park. So if you don't want to pay up at first base today, and you're looking for some value, you can definitely target Eric Thames at just 3,800. That price seems too cheap for the way he's been hitting the ball this year. So you can definitely target him for first base value. And yeah, those are some first basemen I like today. Let's go ahead and move on to second base. All right, at second base, I definitely think there are a couple ways you can go here. There are some guys I like to pay up for today, but there are also some guys on the cheaper end that I like. So looking at the guys that I think you can pay up for, looking at BVP, you can definitely target Brian Dozier today, going up against Danny Salazar. Dozier has rocked Salazar in his career in 26 at-bats. Dozier has had 12 hits, and he's had 2 home runs against Salazar. He's batted .462. So he has really seen him well. So if you are a BVP believer, you can definitely target Brian Dozier today at just 4,900. He has been hitting the ball pretty well lately. In his last 4 games, put up 2, 14, 13, and 15 DraftKings points. And just looking at BVP, he has done well against Salazar, so you can pay up for him today. I like him at just 4,900. Also like Jonathan Villar today if you're looking to pay up. Going up against John Lackey, that's not a great matchup, but Villar just seems too cheap at 4,500. You know he has a ton of upside. Anytime that he gets on base, he's going to steal. He's already got 4 stolen bases this year, so he has been showing off his speed. So if you're looking to pay up, also like Jonathan Villar today at just 4,500. For him to return value, he only has to get a walk and steal a base, and he can return value just like that. So I like Jonathan Villar today if you're looking to pay up. And then towards the cheaper end, I really like Jose Ramirez today at just 4K going up against Kyle Gibson. Gibson is a terrible pitcher, and Ramirez is going to be batting from his left side today, which he does bat a lot better from. So I definitely think you can target him if you're looking for second base or a second baseman on the cheaper end. I know 4K isn't really much of a value, but for Ramirez, that is pretty cheap, and given the matchup. and Ramirez has been hitting the ball very well lately. In his last 4 games, put up 2, 13, 8, and 46 DraftKings points. Ramirez has been batting 341 this year with 3 home runs. And like I already said, Kyle Gibson is not a good pitcher. I definitely think Ramirez is going to do very well today. So if you're looking for a cheaper second baseman, you can definitely target him at just $4K. And then at 3,700, I really like Starlin Castro today, going up against Derek Holland. Castro is going to be playing at home in the Yankee Stadium, which is a great hitter's park. And going up against Derek Holland, Castro is going to be getting the platoon advantage, going up against the lefty. You can definitely target him for second base value. He has been hitting the ball pretty well lately. In his last 4 games, put up 8, 7, 19, and 2 DraftKings points. Castro's batting 326 this year. He's already got 2 home runs, so he has shown off his power this year. And going up against Holland, Holland is not a good pitcher. He will give up a ton of home runs, so you can definitely target Starlin Castro today. If you're looking for second base value, I like him at just 3,700. And yeah, those are some second basemen I like today. Let's go and move on to third base. All right, looking at third base, I think I'm going to be looking for value here, but there is one guy I do think you can pay up for, and that's Kyle Seager at 4,200, going up against Tom Kohler. Kohler is not a good pitcher, and Kyle Seager is going to be getting the platoon advantage against Kohler, going up against the righty. You can definitely target Kyle Seager today at just 4,200. That price seems too cheap for this matchup. Like I already said, Kohler is not a good pitcher. He gives up a ton of home runs, so you can definitely target Kyle Seager today if you're looking to pay up for third base. He has been producing lately. In his last 4 games, put up 5, 7, 8, and 9 DraftKings points. And I really like this matchup, so if you're looking to pay up for third base, I like Kyle Seager today at just 4,200. But looking at value, I really like Travis Shaw today, going up against John Lackey. Ever since Shaw signed with the Brewers, he's just been hitting the ball very well lately. They've been using him to his full potential. So if you're looking for some third base value, I like him today at just 3,600. I know this matchup against Lackey isn't very ideal, but Shaw will be getting the platoon advantage, and Lackey will definitely struggle at times. So if you're looking for third base value, I like Travis Shaw today. He does have a ton of power. He could definitely take Lackey deep, and playing in Wrigley Field, that is a hitter-friendly park. So I like Travis Shaw for third base value. And then one more value play I like is Joey Gallo going up against Jarrell Cotton. Gallo is a great hitter when it comes to hitting against righties. Anytime a righty is on the mound, the Rangers will usually put Gallo in the starting lineup. So since Cotton is a righty, Gallo should be in the starting lineup today. And you can definitely target him if he is in the lineup. Like I already said, he does crush righties. In his last 4 games, put up 16, 12, 5, and 5 DraftKings points. So he has been producing. And I like his price tag as well, just $3,500. That seems way too cheap. The only thing I don't like is playing in Oakland. That is a pitcher-friendly park, but I still like Gallo today. He does crush righties. So you can definitely target him for third base value, just $3,500. I think he is going to be on my radar. And yeah, those are some third basemen I like today. Let's go and move on to shortstop. All right, looking at shortstop, I think I'm going to be targeting the cheaper end today. But there is one guy I like to pay up for, and that's Francisco Lindor going up against Kyle Gibson. Lindor just seems way too cheap for this matchup at just $4,200. Like I already said, Kyle Gibson is a terrible pitcher, and Lindor's going to be batting from his left side today, which he does bat a lot better from. So you can definitely target him if you want to pay up at shortstop. He has been hitting the ball very well this year. He's batting .349 with 4 home runs. And in his last 4 games, put up 10, 7, 9, and 13 DraftKings points. So if you're looking to pay up for shortstop, I like Francisco Lindor today at just $4,200. That price tag just seems way too cheap for this matchup against Gibson. Gibson is a terrible pitcher. He gives up a ton of home runs. So you can definitely target Lindor if you're looking to pay up. But looking at the cheaper end, I like Addison Russell today at just $3,600, going up against Chase Anderson. Like I already said, I don't believe Anderson is a good pitcher. Although he has looked good this year, I'm not going to buy into that. And I really like this matchup for Russell playing at home in Wrigley Field. That is a hitter-friendly park. And Russell has been hitting the ball pretty well lately. In his last 3 games, put up 14, 8, and 21 DraftKings points. So he has been producing. So I definitely think if you're looking to go cheap at shortstop, you can target Addison Russell today at just $3,600. He is definitely going to be on my radar. I like this matchup against Chase Anderson. Anderson is not a good pitcher. So I think you can target Addison Russell today at just $3,600. And then one more shortstop value I like is just $3,400 is Dansby Swanson going up against Jared Weaver. Like I already said earlier, Weaver is a terrible pitcher. I definitely think if you're looking for an under-the-radar stack, you can definitely stack the Braves today. Nobody will probably be on them just because they're the Braves. They're not really an attractive team, but going up against Jared Weaver, they have a potential to put up a ton of runs. So you can definitely target Dansby Swanson at just $3,400. I really like this matchup. And Swanson is projected to bat second according to Fantasy Labs. That's always a plus. Anytime you get a value play that's batting towards the top of the order, you should get at least 4, possibly 5 at-bats. So if you're looking for some cheap shortstop today, you can target Dansby Swanson at just 3,400. I really like this matchup going up against Jared Weaver. Weaver is a terrible pitcher, like I already said. I definitely think he is going to get rocked today. So if you're looking for shortstop value, I like Dansby Swanson. And yeah, those are shortstops I like today. Let's go ahead and move on to outfield. All right, so looking at outfield, there are definitely some guys I like at outfield that are worth paying up for today, but there are also some really good value plays that I like. But looking at the guys that I think you can pay up for, I really like Giancarlo Stanton at just 4,400, going up against Ariel Miranda. Stanton will be getting the platoon advantage, going up against the lefty. And Miranda gives up a ton of home runs, and Giancarlo Stanton's one of the best power hitters in the league. So you can definitely target him if you're looking for an outfielder to pay up for. I really like him at just 4,400. He has been hitting the ball pretty well lately. In his last 4 games, put up 34, 9, 0, and 14 DraftKings points. So he has been getting the job done. And you're getting a pretty good discount on him from his last game. He was 4,800 in his last game, and he is 4,400 today. So you're going to be getting him for a little bit cheaper than he normally is. So I like Giancarlo Stanton today. If you're looking to pay up, you can definitely target him. Another guy I like at 4,100 is Chris Davis with a K, going up against A.J. Griffin. Like I already said earlier, A.J. Griffin gives up a ton of home runs. And Chris Davis is one of the best power hitters in the league. He's already got 6 home runs this year, which is towards the top of the league. And he's also batting .340, which is pretty solid. So if you're looking for an outfielder to pay up for today, I also really like Chris Davis at just 4,100. The only thing I don't like is playing in Oakland. Like I already said, that is a pitcher-friendly park, but I still like Chris Davis today. He's already shown he can hit home runs in Oakland. So if you're looking for an outfielder to pay up for, I also really like him. I definitely think he has a great chance to go deep against A.J. Griffin. Like I already said, A.J. Griffin gives up a ton of home runs, and Chris Davis is a terrific power hitter. So I like Chris Davis today. If you want to pay up at outfield, you can definitely target him at 4,100. And then looking for some guys at the cheaper end, I really like Eric Thames today. Like I already mentioned, him at first base. You can play him at outfield as well. So he's definitely a value play you can target. And I also really like Ender Inciarte going up against Jared Weaver. Like I already mentioned, I really like stacking the Braves today, and I really like Inciarte going up against Weaver. Inciarte is going to be getting the platoon advantage. And Inciarte has been hitting the ball very well lately. In his last 4 games, put up 8, 30, 21, and 5 DraftKings points. So he has been producing. And Inciarte also has a ton of upside. He does have a little bit of power. He's already hit 3 home runs this year, and he does have pretty good speed as well. He's already stolen a base as well, so he definitely has double-digit DraftKings point upside, which is good for tournaments. He has flashes upside in his last 4 games. Twice in his last 4 games, put up 30 and 21 DraftKings points. So if you're looking for an outfielder on the cheaper end, I like Ender Inciarte today. Going up against Jared Weaver, like I already said, I definitely think Jared Weaver is going to get rocked today. So I like Inciarte if you're looking for a cheap outfielder. And then one more outfielder I like on the cheaper end is Marcell Ozuna going up against Ariel Miranda. Ozuna just seems way too cheap today at 3,500. He's one of my favorite value plays today. He's been absolutely mashing the ball this year. He's batting .372, and he's already had 5 home runs. And in Ozuna's last 4 games, he put up 3, 27, 3, and 14 DraftKings points. So he has been getting the job done. And I love him today going up against the lefty. Ozuna will be getting the platoon advantage, and he does hit lefties very well. So if you're looking for an outfielder on the cheaper end, I love Marcell Ozuna today at just 3,500. He's one of my favorite value plays on the slate. That price tag just seems way too cheap for this matchup. So I like him today. If you need a cheaper outfielder, you can target him. And yeah, those are some outfielders I like today. I'm go ahead and give you guys my top 5 plays for tonight. Alright guys, so this is a lineup filled out with my favorite pitcher for tonight, along with some of my favorite hitters. If you want to get the other half of the lineup, like I already said at the beginning of the video, follow me on Twitter at the DFS_GOAT. If you want to line up for just one day, it'll be $5, or you can get a week of lineups for $25. I give out lineups through Twitter. I will message them to you. And if you want to see how my lineups do, then you can follow me on Twitter like I already said. I'll post on there how my lineups do. So message me on Twitter if you are interested in that. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed. I do post these videos every day, so I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. And if you never want to miss out on any videos, then click the bell icon next to my YouTube name, and that'll send you a notification every time I upload. So if you never want to miss out on a video, please be sure to do that. I would appreciate it. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Good luck tonight, guys. Peace.
I'm sipping on Bella, my chick from Bella, my whip from Germany. I'm cooler than LL. I'm sipping on Bella, my chick from Bella, my whip from Germany. I'm cooler than LL.